What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Green Day's Fire, Ready, Aim. Now, we've already actually reviewed their first song, Father of All, and we've also talked a little bit about their album. So here we go. We're going to jump into this song, and here's the deal with this song overall. First time I heard it, or at least the snippet, the NHL snippet, the 1 minute snippet, let's call it, I was not a fan of this song, but I made sure to listen to this like 4 or 5 times. I wanted to listen to it as many times as I could before reviewing it. And that's just because the last couple times I've reviewed music on this channel, I found that definitely upon listening to it more, you definitely get a different feel for it, 100%. Now, is that necessarily the greatest thing? I think a fantastic song should maybe hit you right out of the gate, and this song is kind of the same as Father of All, where I listened to it and I didn't really love it, and then you keep listening to it, and I actually have warmed up to it. Here's the deal with it is Father of All, I actually warmed up to it as well. I think Father of All was a solid song. When it first came out, it's not the greatest song in the world. It's very, very different. It's hard to jump into. I truly do believe that. But I will say after 10, 15 times, it's decent. It's not a bad song. It's definitely not a good song, but it's decent. This song, I think immediately already has some swagger to it that's a little bit different. And it sounds very, I saw this being said, sounds very Foxborough Hot Tubby. It sounds exactly like what you would imagine on a Foxborough Hot Tubs album. Very, very much so. His vocals mainly. The vocals definitely have some resemblance to his vocals on that, but just the overall kind of this song is like that pure, or this album is supposed to be that pure rock and roll, like just having fun. And I get that sense here. I don't understand the whole snapping and clapping thing that was obviously in Father of All as well. I don't get that. I honestly feel like that hurts the song. His vocals are still, I think, really, really off. Not in terms of like pitch or his sound quality, because I think he's a phenomenal singer. But what they did, again, and we talked about this with Father of All, what they did with his voice is just to me like annoying. Like I don't like it. I don't think it's awful. And in this song, he is just kind of singing a little bit more like purely throughout the entire song. But I still just don't understand why they felt the need to mess with his voice the way, or have him sing in that like arpeggio voice tone that he does so often. It really is unnecessary. But once you get past that, the song is actually pretty darn solid with everything in the background. The drums, Tré Cool does a really, really nice job, especially towards like the last 30, 40 seconds of it. The guitars are really fun. Again, like Foxborough Hot Tub kind of, but it's got the nice blend of some catchy guitar riffs, like just some general chords that we've kind of all come to know and love from Green Day. But it's also got some of the bends, just the single notes that I think work really, really well, kind of separate the instruments from the actual song. So I think the instrumental use in the song is actually very, very strong, a whole lot better than Father of All. Definitely, like even though I think I don't really know where I stand on these two compared to each other. I think they're honestly, when you first listen to it, I feel like this song sounds way too much like it, but there are a lot, like, yeah, it's got the general kind of fun, going very, very fast, getting in your face, and then leaving. You got to listen to it, like, more than one time because, like that kind of stuff. His voice, again, and the general upbeatedness, if that's even a word, that kind of stuff is all very, very similar. But when you do listen to especially this song over and over again, it does sound very different than what Father of All was. Still in the same kind of mold, and both of these songs I think could still find their way on a Foxborough Hot Tub album or like a Uno Dos Tre kind of thing, specifically Dos. I think they both could definitely do that, and so they are in that way similar. I would just like to see, that's another thing though, like they're not completely the same, but they're not so far off different. I would like to see some variety here. And so far, 2 out of 10 songs, we have not gotten it. And that does worry me. That 100% worries me because are the other 8 songs, firstly, is his voice the same in the other 8 songs? Secondly, are they going to do the clapping and snapping thing? Because again, like that's just a personal thing on me. I don't love that. I don't know if anybody else loves or hates it, but like, is that good? Like, what's the general tone of these other 8 songs? Because these 2 songs sound a little too much, too similar to each other. And I would like to see if the other songs, are a little bit different, a little bit the same. And the final thing I did see this quite often is, it does seem like a song made for this kind of reveal. So they have the partnership with the NHL, which I love. I mean, I am a massive, massive hockey fan. Buffalo Sabres are my favorite team. So I adore hockey, and I watch hockey. I watch every single Sabres game, and I try and watch a good amount of hockey. So I think it's awesome. They were actually prominently featured in the Buffalo Sabres. That Bang Bang was the opener when the team went on the ice for the entirety of that season when Revolution Radio came out 3 years ago. So I'm kind of used to Green Day being very around hockey because they play it all the time. It's really cool with the partnership, but the song really feels like it's made for something like this. Short advertisement, like a commercial. It doesn't really feel like you go into the recording studio and it took you like so long to like it just doesn't feel super deep, super fleshed out, if you know what I mean. And maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys can see deeper into it. But for me, like, it seems like a song made for this kind of like partnership deal with the NHL. And I would like to know what happened. Like, did they record the 10 songs and then the NHL came to them and they said, oh yeah, we have a song that like just happens to work really well for what you want? Or the NHL came to them first and said, hey, we want to do this partnership. Can you make a song? You know, it could be in the new album and then we can use it. And Green Day said, sure. It just seems like a song for that. I know the meaning of it. If you go on the song on the YouTube channel, it's got, you know, what they say the meaning is. Obviously, it has nothing really to do with hockey. But I just wonder how that all came about, because it definitely seems like a song for that. That's not a bad thing. It's not, you know, it's not something that I'm going to pick on them for. I think it's a great idea and a great blend of having Green Day with NHL. It's two of my favorite things being put together. But solid song, not a great song. Still, we're 2 songs in, and we have not had, I think, like an amazing song or a song that really like hits me. But we have not, you know, the song is not bad. And no matter what, I think this song, especially after just the first listen, is not as hard to listen to as Father of All was. I think Father of All took a long time. Took me at least 7 to 8 times listening to it to start to accept it as a Green Day song. This song took me around 2 times. And even then, the first time I was like, oh, solid Foxborough Hot Tub song. So even then, it's like, okay, I get what, you know, I understand. I can kind of feel it a little bit better than Father of All. So definitely an improvement, not enough of an improvement, I think. There's a lot of pros and cons to this. I'm very interested to see whenever we get the next song. I don't really want to hear that many more singles from them because there's only 8 more songs on the album. I'd like to be surprised when I listen to the album and hear songs that I haven't heard before. And at this rate, if they do one a month, then we're not going to have many songs left for when the album comes out. But we'll see how it goes. Guys, leave in the comments below what do you think about this song. Let me know your thoughts on it. And also, if there's more Green Day songs that come out, we will be reviewing those as well. We have Green Day content already on the channel, and we're going to be continuing it over the next several months leading to their album, Father of All, releasing in February 2020. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all on the next video.